Hello and welcome back to They Are Billions tutorial part 3. In this we're going to cover medium-sized buildings from your stone workshop and hopefully rapidly expanding to give yourself some more room to build. So you've got to be aggressive in this game. If you don't take enough space to survive by the end of it, you're just as good as dead. You are zombie bait. So the plan is, let's have a look at what we're running low on. Running low on food. So we've got this nice green bit up here with the water next to it. Hopefully might be some trees somewhere hidden away for hunters' cottages. We're desperate for that food, so we're going to rapidly expand up this way. There's two ways you can do it. I can either pump out units, which can be expensive, pump out one, or you can buy yourself a crate ballista. We're going to put one down here just to be secure, because I'm going to ignore this side for a little bit. Might not have enough resources straight away.
They're trying to break through.
So we've got energy building soon. So if you just kite them to it rather than build mass soldiers, it tends to be a little bit more cost effective.
Any orders? Waiting on orders. Just trying to do the effective. Great idea, sir. Defensive being attacked.
So at the minute we're -5 food. That's no good. We need to get that sorted ASAP so we can carry on. Because any time where you're not expanding is just dead time. So it's not good at the minute. But we'll push that out really fast, I think, and get a farm down. That's obviously a vulnerable patch, so we'll cover that properly. Get him on a patrol, and then have this elite, this veteran, he can push us out a little bit faster. So all you've got to do, as soon as you've got one up to clear massive amounts of space fast, is take him out. Now as soon as soldiers up here, I'll use his firing, and that'll draw a few more of them. If I had the food, I'd have a few more soldiers. 3 soldiers is plenty to draw plenty of firing. But as you can see, that clears out stuff pretty effectively anyway. We do want to be expanding up there pretty fast. Like I said last time about this choke point, it's got one here by the looks of it. Have to explore that a little bit further. Build your defences further back. If you build them too close, then you're just going to get overrun because you can't put enough towers and defence behind them to defend it properly. And as they're running towards it, it will naturally thin out the packs. They can only run through one tile of the map, so that's really good. Makes it very easy to kill mass units when they thin themselves out on the map. You can see how much that's cleared straight away. It's not a problem at all. So we want a stone workshop as quickly as possible. You've got to have 400. The idea is to get a bank as soon as possible, but you've got to have 400 colonists. We're set at 278, so that's not going to happen straight away. But we can also research stone walls, which helps survival massively. Second, you've got stone walls, particularly if it's before wave 2. It doesn't always happen before wave 2. It's a hard ask. You're pretty much safe. They just can't get through your walls, so you're okay at that point. And then you can get upgrade to the last houses, which generates a lot of income. The only problem with that is you need a lot of stone and you need a lot of energy to power them, and a lot of food. And obviously food's become a problem for us, which is why I've taken up here. Get this soldier as well, and hopefully he can draw a bit more fire. So we're going to wall off, get a ballista, get a farm, and then we can actually carry on, because like I say, you can't have this sort of downtime, and we're doing pretty well for this stage of the game, so it's not exactly downtime. It's just, I think we've overexpanded for the amount of time spent in game. You need to be careful when you're placing the towers, by the way, because if I place that tower behind here or behind some wood, you do get line of sighted really easy, and it's just a dead tower. If you put it behind any wood or stone, they need a clear line of sight, and that you keep on getting tripped up on these little choke points here. As there's wood and stone overlapping, you do find yourself getting caught out quite often with that.
Sorry, sir. I was cleaning my way.
Now, when you upgrade to stone walls, you do have a choice, because you've got stone houses as well, and they both take a lot of stone. Depends what stage the game you're in. Like, wood walls are fairly good for wave 2, but beyond that you want stone walls, otherwise you're going to fall really fast. So we're going to get stone walls next, because we've just not got the population for a bank. And then we'll take up here, get a few more farms, be able to upgrade his houses to stone houses, and hopefully be looking a little bit better.
Orders, sir. Any orders? Come on. On your orders.
I did get instructed as well explaining repair all, the first wave attacks. If you repair all, as long as there's no zombies next to your walls, you'll get, they'll just repair it. It's as simple as it sounds, there's nothing to explain there. It's just a handy little thing that you don't realise straight away is in-game. Warehouse, really would want a warehouse at this point. Oh, that's fairly handy. Your warehouse doubles your resource storage, and any like fisheries, quarries, more quarries, it increases their production. So it'll give us extra extra food, extra iron, extra stone. I'm not sure about energy. I don't think it affects it. Oh dear me. This is the problem with your soldiers pulling too many with too much noise. They should have been relatively safe back here, and they'll regen over time. It's okay. Let's just get need to start getting us farms down so that we can actually start expanding again. So we'll go stone houses next, because we, like I say, we just don't have the population for bank. Bank is the aim though. Expanding around here, getting a bank, stone walls, that's his aim.
Commander? Attack! Understood. Alright. Understood.
I do believe your veterans regen, but I'm not sure if your normal regen health over time. It's certainly a lot slower if they do.
I will kill our enemies.
So here we go, start upgrading stone wall. As you can see, all that stone gone straight away. It's an absolute killer. We need that for the houses as well. You've got to upgrade your gates separately. Don't just expect your gates to be done with your stone walls. Your gates are your weak points actually. Sometimes it's better to do your gates first. It doesn't matter before wave 2, so like I say, wood stuff's fine for wave 2. Particularly if you've got ballistas or you can kite. You know, if it all depends on your setup. If you push right into your walls, then it's not always ideal. But you've got to got to deal with what you've got in this game. Such an addictive game, you just can't stop. We could do with more stone ideally. So all of a sudden we need lots and lots of it. Hopefully, it looks like we've got some more up here in this expansion point. I'm not going to try and push out 2 sides because it's just too risky. Costs too much to try and keep on top of it. Too micro intensive as well, to be fair, trying to do 2 sides. You can always carry on kiting to your towers on the other side and clear it for when you're ready, but I wouldn't advise building on 2 sides at once. So we do want bank next, because by the time we upgrade these houses we should be looking pretty sweet. Don't forget about your power. That seems to be a cut-off point. Power is an inconvenience to run out of. I hate just sitting and waiting for a power plant. They do need plenty of food, which we're starting to get a bit more of. Plenty of power. One more farm there. As soon as research comes in, we'll be able to upgrade them fairly fast. So it has come in.
Any infected around?
Any orders? Is everything okay? Bring on! Commander?
There you go. One near enough full veteran soldier again, so it's used most to pull plenty in.
All the way. Attention. Tell me. George!
I'm hoping to have choke point somewhere, so that just seems like one big empty space, and it's good for expanding into, but it's also bad for trying to defend. See, there we go. We desperately need more stone. We got really lucky there as well. It's normally a lot harder for stone to get 2, which provides 6 and 5. Now 7 and 6 because of the warehouse. That's really lucky.
Great. You are the vehicles, right? Okay.
Let's go. Let's get them!
So I think we might start saving the stone for us houses. In fact, it seems a lot more important. We'll be fine off at defences that we've got.
Ready and waiting. Waiting on orders. Perfect.
What do you want now? Yes.
So you just offer a few soldiers. You find him to say it was absolutely packed full of zombies all the way down here. Find you push out fairly fast. If you try and just attack that with soldiers, you'll be there waiting for like 30 soldiers to spawn. There's the next choke point. Try and cut that off.
Understood.
Oh, out of food already. food does seem to be quite the pain in the arse to keep on top of, because you've got very limited squares where you can actually put it. That does potentially get a little bit more dangerous, because if you overexpand, they could overrun that fast. That'll spawn more zombies, and that will. It'd be relatively safe there, but I could lose this little expansion point, which we don't want, so we've got to be a bit more careful. Keep on nearly losing my veteran. Here we go. Looks like we've got us next mini wave. You do get waves attacking your small waves that just aren't on your, aren't announced. I've noticed, and from all directions as well, and it normally happens just before another wave. I don't think that was one. I think that was just a random thing.
Is everything okay? Great idea, sir. Understood. On your orders. All right.
Now here's the choice. Foundry is obviously brilliant. It still allows all the top technology in the game out. But we're only in day 22, we've not even had second wave. Could be far too early for a Foundry. I'll research it though while we've got a chance. The priority's got to be pushing this out, and that'll give us room to build the Foundry afterwards.
Is everything okay? Attention. Building, of course, my commander. Understood. Waiting on orders.
I'm fairly safe everywhere but here, so we'll get a tower soon, I think.
Just trying to be effective. On your orders.
If we close off that choke point, I'm willing to bet we can close off that fairly easy. It's not normally this amount of open space in game.
At your service. Waiting on orders. Do you need me? Let's get them! Just tell me what to do.
You're a veteran at this point when you've got just your straggler, so that's nice still as well. That'll be good. You should be able to clear out this sort of stuff relatively fast. Oh, there we go.
They are approaching from the west.
So that's my weak point. The thing is about this game is it always seems to pick your weak point to attack, like without fail. It's good in a way, bad in a way. You have to repair your stuff before you can upgrade it, by the way. Oh, in fact, I'm just going to delete that, and then I can pull my soldiers back to defend. And then we can carry on expanding afterwards. So if you can, you want to double wall. I mean, it could potentially hit down there, but I think we're a bit safer down there. The weakest bit would be that, but I'd not be too concerned about losing that. So you can just rebuild a little place like that fairly fast. Just need to get a tower up ASAP and double stone wall it. And then that'll be looking pretty good again. Oh, wood wall by accident, it don't matter.
Wolves are under attack.
Yeah.
not overly concerned about the attack, to be honest, so we'll keep on pulling towards us. And that is how fast the wood walls disappear, or just disintegrated. I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem down there. We do need to make sure we double wall for the next wave everywhere though. It's, it starts to get a little bit harder from this point onwards.
I am trying to break through.
Do seem to drag through a fair few stragglers while they're there.
At your service. I'll kill our enemies.
So I think we'll leave it there for now, and I'll just carry on doing it afterwards. Just save video file getting too big. I'll see you next time.